get over it. And I had to realize that, man. I had to realize that the only thing that was missing from my life and my repertoire, my system of operations was, bro, hey, a la verga, you got to get over it. Like, ya lloraste por 20 años a la verga, ya. Échale vergazo, get over it already. Another thing that helped me realize that ideology, that logic, that system of operations was a song that I heard from my brother Marvin Winans, who sang a song, and it's basically just simply called "I'm Over It Now." But in the song, he's talking about the suffering that he used to go through, the suffering that he was enduring at a moment in his life, and how it was just overwhelming him. It was like something that he was obsessing over. And like we all know, most of us know, you are what you constantly focus on, the laws of attraction. Without knowing that, just being in the moment, how he was just so wrapped up and caught up on what people did and what the different types of interactions that he's had with humanity and human beings and love and laws and swinging and missing and striking out, and just overwhelmed to the point that no healing or salvation ever came. Like, in the sense that I'm all fucked up today and I've been fucked up for 10 years, and then all of a sudden something touches me here or falls down the back of my neck, like some people say, and I felt it just soothe all the way down to the bottom of my feet, and bam, I was just brand new. I was healed, delivered, set free. None of that shit ever happened. It didn't happen for him. What did happen for him was that only going through the situation and the circumstance and having no way out but to endure, inevitably, eventually, with time, he got over it. That's all that happened. He wasn't healed miraculously. He wasn't set free. He wasn't delivered from the pain, the hurt, the heartache, the soul breaking, bone shattering that some traumatic and critical experiences in our lives that we
stay on US 35 west as bears left.
Exposed to cause or create within us, provoke or conjure within us these feelings of just total annihilation and destruction. He wasn't delivered from that. He wasn't set free from that. He had to endure all of that and go through all of that and how do you say, like, embrace it, basically. Like, nigga, there ain't no way out. There ain't no way out. You have to go through this. You have to endure all this in order for what's going to happen afterwards to happen. And you ain't going to get that golden soul or that golden logic or reality
stay on US 35 west as it bears left.
Or beauty of life unless you have to go through it and endure all the sufferings that come along with it. One of my favorite scriptures is when I was talking prophecy about Jesus Christ, that he was a man of sorrows, well acquainted with grief. He was well acquainted with grief, meaning his father didn't deliver him from any of that. Even when he said, Father, let this cup pass, man. If it can pass, let it pass. And no passing came. Still had to carry on all the way to Golgotha
Stay on US 35
and experience all the pain and hurt and sorrow that he had to experience and endure. So in the same way, us, whatever we're going through in life,
stay on US 35 west as it bears left.
and we cry and we beg and we plead with God to take us out, and there ain't no out coming. It's a bitter cup that you have to endure. It's the bitter cup that all of us have to drink.
Miles ahead. Take left ramp to US 35
So he's
west.
describing his process and what he had to go through and endure, and the fact that he became happy after the fact that salvation, deliverance, and healing didn't come, but only after. Because while you're going through it, you want it, you need it, you believe you got to have it, or you're gonna die, or you can't make it, or you're gonna lose your mind, and going all this paranoia, schizophrenic type shit, going crazy, about to go batshit crazy, do something crazy, and actually believing that and feeling that and confronting those realities and possibilities of refusing to harm other people, refusing to act out on the hurt and the pain that's inside, to go and harm people or go do some kind of destructive stuff, to carry on with your life, even though you're feeling what you're feeling. Just carry on, man. Trust the process. Something's happening even when nothing's happening. It's happening. Trust that. Believe that. And you feel like shit while people are telling you that. I've experienced that. That's what Paula White was talking about. That's what this other brother was talking about. And that's how I kind of learned these things in life, throughout life. I spent a lot of time by myself just thinking and meditating and going through thoughts, ideas, beliefs, rationalities, logic, philosophies. Now I just analyze shit, I like to analyze shit for myself and then come up with what I, my own personal conclusions, rather than just living off of the conclusions of everybody else. But having this brother and this sister talk about what they talked about, it did help me analyze, process, assess my own situations, and get to that point too of realization that, hey man, there ain't no way out except to just get over it. That's the bottom line truth. Then I was like, wow, I had an aha moment. Some people call it a spiritual awakening or whatever. I had an aha moment where I was like, you know what? You fucking right. I'm done with this crying shit, man. I'm just done with it. Yeah, whatever happened was foul. I've done some foul shit too. And I'm pretty sure some people out there crying about the foul shit that I've done. So who am I to continue the rest of my life crying out about the foul things that were done to me? You know what, ¿sabes qué? Vámonos a la verga. And that was his salvation. That was his delivering moment. And it was also Paula White's delivering moment. If you've never, the song is from Marvin Winans called I'm Over It Now, and the book that she wrote a book. It helped a whole lot of people. I tried to give it to my wife. My wife wasn't trying to hear it at the time. She was like, I don't need to deal with nothing. I need deliverance from you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a horrible ass human being. But I tried to give it to her to help her, but it can help women, people, men too. It helped me. So it helped men too that are in a dilemma, had some bad shit happen to them in their life. It's called Deal With It. It's bottom line shit. Paula White, Deal With It. And that's been, not having deliverance has actually become my deliverance. Not being saved from any of the circumstances or turmoil or troubles or crises or traumas that I've endured in my life. Maybe one day I'll talk about, maybe, because I'm so over it now. You see what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, I don't really have to touch on it. But maybe one day I will, just for the sake that people can become more familiar with the things that I've gone through in life. And I'm not a victim. Some of those things I'm a willing participant, but I want to play victim. But I'm not a victim. I've been a badass little kid since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. That's just being honest. I remember the days where I done some things and I was probably 6 or 7 years old, and a 6 or 7 year old didn't have no business fucking doing. But anyway, I'm over it now. I don't do that shit no more. Sometimes. But anyway. Yeah, that became my actual salvation, was not being saved, and it became my deliverance, having no deliverance. Like, you have to go through it, and if you're willing to go through it, suffocate and endure and embrace everything that comes with the situation. Just go ahead and take it in and process it in, because it's a means to just ordinary life. Some people don't want to believe in God. I'm there too. I was there. I've been there a lot of times. And God ain't mad at you for you don't wanna. You can't stomach Him. He ain't like us that if you don't want nothing to do with us, I don't want nothing to do with you. God is vested in you. Blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice, death, burial, resurrection. He's vested in you. Whether you're vested in Him or not, it doesn't matter. That's my perception of God. I'm vested in you, even though you don't want nothing to do with me. I got something to do with you, and I'm still going to be vested in your life. That's what good parents do too with their teenagers. When their teenagers don't want nothing to do with their parents and they hate them, what do parents do? They go to work, they buy food, put it on the table, cook for them, and they keep supplying. They keep providing a house, clothes, gifts, extra income for them to go out, play with their friends. And the whole time, the kid hates them. And the parents that have some kind of a mind and wise, and they kind of know this is normal adolescent behavior, it ain't no big deal. They're not fussing and fighting with their teenagers like I did. They're kind of like, they're just doing for them like God is doing for us, in spite and out of spite. Like, everything that I do for you has nothing to do with you other than I'm here for you, I'm your parent, and I love you regardless, and I'm going to keep doing what I know is right for you, even though you hate me and you don't want nothing to do with me. So God, in the sense, is kind of the same way. So God's vested in you, whether you're vested in Him or want anything to do with Him at all. God is in the works. So don't matter whether you like God or not. But the process is what is valuable.